Well, it's finally over. The final Super Smash Bros. Ultimate character has been announced, and by some miracle, it's not Nahabino from Shin Megami Tensei 5, but it's actually someone I wanted even more and had almost given up hope. Sora from Kingdom Hearts is actually coming to Super Smash Bros. Now, normally I wouldn't just make a video the next day kind of talking about why I'm excited, especially because the character's not out yet, but there's an interesting kind of conversation that I've noticed happening online that I really wanted to sort of throw my hat into the ring for. And everyone has been talking about, oh, well, where's Disney? Where's Donald? Where's Goofy? Where's Mickey? Where's the Disney representation? We have Final Fantasy, but we don't have Disney. And I'm here to kind of play devil's advocate and mostly just want to put out there that Sora was desperately needed for Smash. I think that was an amazing get. It's a great icon of video games. But Disney does not need to be tied to Sora. Sora is obviously tied to the world of Kingdom Hearts, and Kingdom Hearts is a very heavy influence on Disney characters. But I think one of the big things when people are saying, I want to see Sora in Smash, or, oh, well, imagine all the great things that Sora can do, it's not like him having everything in every part of his moveset tied to Disney was going to make it better. Looking back at things, like, I didn't want Sora's up B to be a goofy shield leap. I didn't want his normal B to be Donald coming out doing a spell. I wanted just Sora representing Kingdom Hearts in the way that I think about it, of being an awesome action JRPG. And I think Sakurai and his team have absolutely nailed it with the execution of Sora. He looks great. We have all of his costumes that you really would want to see. Even ones that I wouldn't expect to see, like the Timeless River. But we are there representing not only Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, Dream Drop Distance, but even 3. None of these games, at the time of this writing, are even on Switch, so it's just really funny of like, hey, we are aware of how big of a deal Kingdom Hearts is, we are aware of how big of a deal Sora is, but I've never tied Sora's state of like why he's so big, or even why Kingdom Hearts is so big, because of Disney. Because I think there are so many other aspects of Kingdom Hearts that make it so special that people don't always talk about. Like, no one's saying, like, when people are making the very tired joke of Kingdom Hearts plot doesn't make any sense, no one's there saying, because Donald is the president's bodyguard and Mickey is the ruler of the universe or whatever. No, it's because there is a whole cast of characters. Like, when I think of Kingdom Hearts, and obviously this is just one person's opinion, I think of Sora, I think of Roxas, I think of Riku, Kairi, Naminé, I think of Organization 13, I think of Terra, I think of so many characters, I think of all of the different interpretations of Ansem and Master Xehanort. And yes, Disney is a huge factor of it, and yes, I'm a huge Disney fan, but the fact that I think those original creations by the team of Kingdom Hearts is on display, not only with Sora as a character, but also with the stage. I think Hollow Bastion from the first game is such a perfect choice. That's such a memorable song, there's such a memorable setting, the rising waterfalls are so intricate. And then the fact that the stage is also a 2-in-1 switch of then going into looking at the stained glass arts, looking at all the characters, laughing at the fact that, of course, Kairi doesn't get her own stained glass art. It's just one of those really interesting things of it pays homage to the series in so many great ways. And honestly, for me, Mickey's emblem being on the Keyblade, that's really all I need. I don't need Donald and Goofy to be in the background rooting Sora on. Yes, it'd be cool to have more representation from the series, but at the end of the day, I would be just as excited seeing Yozora popping up as I would actually seeing King Mickey or even like Hercules rooting me on in the background. It's just one of those things of, I'm here for Sora because I love who he is from Kingdom Hearts, and Sora from Kingdom Hearts is not, at the end of the day, a Disney character in my head. It's a character who interacts with Disney. It's a character who has many Disney adventures and is definitely heavily inspired by lots of Disney in all of our lives. But I think it's just kind of a little bit of a disrespect to the character of just saying, oh, well, Sora's nothing without Disney. Sora's nothing without Donald and Goofy by his side. Of like, I think of all these adventures and stuff that happened of, I have so many vivid memories of visiting all the worlds in Kingdom Hearts of like, I love Destiny Island, I love Hollow Bastion, I love Traverse Town, I love Tron, obviously, I love Tarzan, but all of those worlds, like, I'm not giving a +1 just because I love the movie. There are some movies I don't really care for in Kingdom Hearts that I still find very endearing. There are just so many different kind of interpretations of, like, I've never thought of Sora the end of the day as just a medium for how we can enter and explore through Disney worlds. It's just the world of Kingdom Hearts kind of melds and shares itself. Much like how, as Kingdom Hearts has gone on, there is way less focus on Final Fantasy, and I'm totally fine with that. And that's in their own games. There's nothing stopping them from showing someone like Squall, Cloud, or Sephiroth, but we're not really there for their story. Yes, they're characters in the world, and yes, they matter, and I love seeing Yuffie and Aerith as much as the next person, but they aren't the focal point of the story. At the end of the day, it is about Sora. It's about the Keyblade wielders. Disney is a part of that. Final Fantasy is a part of that, but that doesn't mean that Square Enix needs to strong-arm Disney to approve it, or even Nintendo to have it in the game of, like, I'm sure that they would have loved to have Disney. I'm sure having a million Disney sprites would have been fun. But at the end of the day, fans are asking for Sora. They're not asking for King Mickey. They're not asking for Donald and Goofy to be assist trophies. We're asking for Sora. And I just think it's really great that he's in there. I think his representation, again, is so great. His movesets are simple, they're fun, they seem fast. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. I can't wait to see that classic mode. That classic mode, I'm sure, is going to be really, really great. The Spirit Board, I wish there was more, but that's just because there are so many characters in the series. Like, they could have had so many different interpretations of everybody, but I think for the most amount of representation we're getting, my only real caveat and complaint here is twofold. Of course, because this is a Square Enix character, man, I wish there was more music. Like, I really, really wish there was more music. Like, having 10, and that's only if you play Melody of Memory on Switch, having only 10 songs at maximum definitely hurts. Only one rearrangement by Yoko Shimomura is definitely a stinger, because it's only the Victory fanfare, so it's not even like a full song. And then also, the other one is, I like Sora's Final Smash, but man, how much more powerful would that have been if the 7 Keyblade wielders of light were the ones who are locking that door? Or just not, even if it's not all of them, have it be a randomized one. Have one where it's Kairi, have one where it's Riku, have another one where it might be Mickey, have one where it might be Lee even. Of just like, throw it out there, have some fun with it. There's such a crazy cast of characters. Have one with Roxas. God knows I need Roxas everywhere in my life. So, super tiny nitpicks. Either way, I love how the Final Smash looks. It's very fast, it's very fluid. I'm really, really excited. Again, I've already bought the season pass. It's going to be easily probably one of the best-selling characters next to, like, Steve. So, it's not like it really matters. I just kind of wanted to put it out there at the end of the day of, from one lifelong Kingdom Hearts fan, like, seriously, from the very, very beginning of this series, me finding out about it in PlayStation Underground demos, all the way to 2021, I cannot express how happy I am. He is such a great fit for the game. He looks great. He seems like he plays great. It's such a great send-off character that obviously isn't going to make everyone happy, but for such a large amount of people, and especially for Kingdom Hearts, it's always been big, but it's never always been like that universally kind of praised upon thing. Like, that era between Kingdom Hearts 2 to Kingdom Hearts 3, you were going to find a lot of Kingdom Hearts fans, but you weren't going to walk around everywhere and see people wearing Kingdom Hearts merch all the time. So, it's just great to see how the series has progressed, how I'm sure it being in Smash Brothers is only going to help it in terms of popularity. Makes me even more excited for the 20th anniversary, but that's neither here nor there. That's a whole nother discussion. Actually, speaking of that discussion, as a little bit of a teaser, I will be doing a special one-off prelude 20th anniversary Kingdom Hearts podcast sometime in October. We will be checking out Sora, talking about all the latest news leading into the 20th anniversary. I hope you're excited about it, but please also let me know what you think of Sora in the comments below. Am I super wrong? Is Disney something that needs to be in Sora's Smash representation? I want to hear everyone. I'm not saying that I'm the be-all, end-all facto here, but either way, thank you so much for taking the time to listen or watch this short video. Really, really appreciate it. If you enjoy stuff like this, please consider subscribing. I would love to get to 5K by the end of the year, but I'm also realistic. I'm a guy who lives in the Midwest. I'm not holding my breath. I know what kind of content I put out there. So if you are someone who enjoys that content, thank you so much. It's really appreciated. Also, thank you Sakurai. Thank you everyone at Namco. Thank you everyone at Sora and Nintendo who make Super Smash Brothers. This has just been one of the craziest rides from 2018 to 2021. I would never have thought that I was more excited for the last character reveal as I was for the reveal of this game. So it's just been such a roller coaster, and I could not have been happier with how it ended. So see you everybody, have a good rest of your day, and I will see you later.